In this morning show, we are here to inspire you about building your own business and helping you stay on track of your goals. It's a daily cup of motivation. A supportive group of women who wants to see you succeed in your business, and we'll support you every step of the way. Right in the morning. Just put your mind to it. Coffee with Nikkie. Wake up everybody in the morning. Wake up everybody. It's coffee with Nikkie, and we have to get our drink on. So educate your mind, right? Educate your mind, right? Educate your mind, right? Hey, we riding, yo. Wake up in the morning, 5 a.m. in the morning. I'm yawning, brainstorming when my mind is forming. Time to tune to this morning show early in the morning. Listen to Coffee with Nikkie. Oh yes, she's busy. If you need help, tune on the channel right with me. Strong, independent women, make it sound easy. Wake up everybody in the morning. Wake up everybody. It's coffee with Nikkie, and we have to get our drink on. So educate your mind, right? Educate your mind, right? Educate your mind, right? Hey, we riding, yo.
Good morning, everybody. How are you guys doing this amazing morning? So far, my day is going pretty good. I actually got up here. I was early, 10 minutes early. Usually, I'm running behind because I have to fix everything, but nope, I was right on time. And we have a pretty good, it's a little chilly this morning. That's why I got on a sweater. It's a little chilly, but we got some sunshine and I'm good with that. I am good with that. Yesterday we were talking about restructuring. The word for the week is going to be restructure. We've seen that, we see a lot of businesses that may be going out of businesses, closing some locations. And so the word for us is going to be, for this week, is going to be restructure, right? I want you to start looking at things that is going to help improve your business. Things, subtle changes, nothing so dramatic and drastic, but just subtle changes that you can do to improve your business, to improve your visibility, and to just make sure that you improve your all-around customer experience, right? And so yesterday we were talking about my live sale. And if you guys would like for me to go into it, maybe, do a class or something like that, we can definitely do it. This is something that I'm learning along the way myself. So I said yesterday, I was like, maybe I'm going to do another live sale on Friday. And I know it's real close back to back. But the reason why I wanted to do that is because I wanted to make sure I move all of the inventory out of the bins. Plus, I want to make sure that my setup is good. I want to get my setup the way I want it. So yes, Sunday was my third live sale. Was it Sunday? Yes, Sunday was my third live sale. And so I just want to make sure that my setup is smooth. I want to make sure everything moves accordingly within my whole little setup. You know what I'm saying? I want to make sure that you can see everything. I want you to be able to see my little magic bubbles. I want you to get the full experience. So I'm still testing my setup. So we'll see. I had to move my phone closer to me so I could read the comments, because when I was trying to read it off the iPad, it wasn't working. So now I got a whole little iPad stand coming so I could set it up so I could read and look at the orders and not be all over the place and still stay connected with the audience. So that's what I'll be working on, and I'll be also sharing that with you guys as well. So welcome everybody to Coffee with Nikkie. I am your host, Miss Nikkie, and this is your daily cup of information and inspiration. And so again, we are going to be talking about restructuring your business. And again, I want you to take a page out of what's going on with the businesses right now and what is the reason why they are, closing down some stores and doing the things that they're doing. Some things is because they're refusing to change, but others are because times are changing. And so when the times are changing, we have to flow with the times. And very important to me is pivoting and adapting. Why? Because you have to be flexible in these times, this day and age, when things are starting to get a little, spending is a little tight. I don't know if I want to blame it on election season, but we got that popping too. It's a lot of things going on, you know what I'm saying? And so we have to get ourselves together and we have to establish who we are as a business and how we're going to operate in this time, right? So the one thing that I want to ask you guys is, what can you do for your business currently? So currently we know that a lot of you guys are feeling uncomfortable to be on social media. A lot of you guys are learning about your business, and it's going to take time. You're going to have to wait this thing out. That's just how business is, right? Some things are going to work for you amazingly, and some things are not. Things that worked for you before may not be working for you now. And so you're going to have to pivot. You're going to have to adapt. You're going to have to find ways to make things happen. You know what I'm saying? You know how artists revamp themselves and they come up with their, their new persona or whatever for the next music just to keep people engaged. You're going to have to do the same with your business. I'm not saying change your business like that, but I'm saying that you're going to have to change the approach, right? The approach may be different. So what I want you guys to do is I want y'all to take this video out, share, tell everybody we live. All right, so we got cousin in the building. We got cousin of Heartbeat Candles, ATL in the building. I call her cousin. But here in these YouTube streets, we call her the best moderator on what? Earth. The best moderator on earth in the building. Good morning, cousin. Good morning. Oh, you know what I meant to share with y'all? Let me tell y'all something. So why Mr. Steve, y'all know who Mr. Steve is. Why Mr. Steve came to the door yesterday, I was like, no, he didn't. Usually we see Mr. Steve in passing, but oh no, Mr. Steve came up to the door, knocking on the door, and he was like, Sean came to the door because usually they go and talk about sports, right? And he was like, oh no, I'm here to see Nicole. I was like, oh no, you're not, Mr. Steve. What we got to talk about? So he was like, yeah, I want to talk about the garden and da 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 da. Mr. Steve kept me out there for like 45 minutes. I was like, okay. And every time I try to walk back in the house, because I ended up walking to the door because he came in, and then I ended up walking to the door so I could walk him out. And then I ended up going down the stairs because he was asking about something in the garden. And then I got stuck there. I was like, oh, I couldn't believe it. But, I was like, I'm Mr. Steve. I gotta go. I got things to do. I can't be out here just chatting it up with you. I got things I gotta do. But anyway, Mr. Steve means well. He does. And so I just had to share that with you. I meant to share it with you early into when I first started, because yes, Mr. Steve, he came to the door to get me. To the door. So good morning, Yolanda. Good morning. Yolanda, your stuff is looking pretty. So how are we doing on your goal for, I think you want to increase your social media following by 50 new followers. So how is that going for you? Go live 3 times. I didn't see you go live. Let me know. And then we also got your 3 body sets. So I want to check in, accountability, check in and see how you guys are doing with your goals. So Yolanda, let me know. Good morning, Melly Mel. How you doing this amazing morning? And while I'm saying that, I'm looking to see what we got going on. And you said Friday Lives and you've been sticking with it. So congratulations on that. And yeah, kudos to you, Miss Melody. And do you notice anything different? Do you have new people coming to your platform? Do you have new people engaging with you? How's the lives going? Are you feeling a little bit more comfortable in front of the camera? Let me know in the chat. Good morning, Sheila from VA. Good morning. How are you doing this amazing morning? I hope you are well. Sheila, you have the 36 soaps? I think you did 2. Did you do your 3rd set? Let me know in the chat. Did you do your 3rd set of soap? And let me see. Good morning, Tracy. Good morning. Tracy, how are you doing this amazing morning? I don't know if I have a goal for you, Miss Tracy. Did you give me one? Because I don't see it. Oh, you said you was going live on your TikTok shop. You did, and you did that. And you did that, Mr. Steve. Mr. Steve is a whole entire mess. And he has a little white dog. His name is Marley. And Marley just be, going with the flow. Marley and Mr. Steve gonna talk, Marley gonna sit. Marley just be going with the flow. Good morning, Miss Deltra. Good morning, good morning, good morning. So Miss Deltra was supposed to be on All Up in Your Wax, and did, and was. So good job, Miss Deltra. And she's going live on Thursdays at 7 p.m. Are you going live this Thursday, Miss Deltra? Let me know in the chat. Let me know. Let me know. Good morning, Miss Lois. How are you doing this amazing morning? And you were doing testing. How's the testing going for you, Miss Lois? Everybody, please make sure y'all hit the like, hit the like, hit the like. Good morning, Miss Michelle. Michelle, how are you doing this amazing morning? Okay, so we are coming up to the end of the month. Not right now, but it's coming. So I want to know how you're doing, Miss Michelle, on your you said you wanted to get your booth set up. Did you get the design how you want it to be? And also you wanted to get some ladder shells. Where are we on that? Let me know in the chat. Let me know in the chat. All right, so soaps are done. Yes, yes, and yes. All right, let's get it. Oh, let me give you applause because we gotta celebrate our small wins. We gotta celebrate. We gotta get in the habit of celebrating our small wins. So let me give you a round of applause. Yes, yes, and yes. Let me see. Tracy says, I'm back to work. I'm back at work today. This week I am going to work on my funnel. Got you. And I have a campus market to do for students moving in. Oh, nice. So I am getting ready for that. That sounds amazing. All right. So what we got going on? Are you on the Black Sunflower AI? Let me know in the chat. Let me know. And I want to know how's that working for you guys. Let me know if that's really a really good thing, because I know that Jazz has the Black Sunflower AI, and it kind of has all of the subscriptions that we have all in one. So you get everything. You get your email, you get your funnels, you get your website, you get your Calendly, you get your, I think you can also use AI to get descriptions and stuff like that, if I'm not mistaken, but I think she has that in there. So let me know how's that working for you guys. Let me see. Miss Melody says, I'm feeling more comfortable. Good. And not a lot of people come, but I'm okay with that because I'm getting used to going live. Good. Because when they do come, it's going to be natural for you. You're going to know how to make that thing flow. So yes, I did learn how to use my camera without reading the directions. Come on, camera. Come on, camera. Why don't we read the directions? We don't never, ever read the directions. I'll be putting things together and she be like, oh, I got an extra piece. Did you read the instructions? No, I didn't read the instructions. This is why we have problems. This is why. Let me see. Let me see. Yes, ma'am. Thursday at 7. What time is part two? Part two is at 7 p.m. We go at 7 p.m. We're going to have Chantel of Flow Essence. She's going to be in here in the building and live in the session studio at 7 p.m. on YouTube. We are going to be doing part two of how to curate your own home fragrance and candle events, either virtually or in person. And we're also going to host shadowing. I still haven't figured out the word that I want to use for that, but we're going to get together a shadowing thing where you guys are going to be a member at our live event. Plus, you're going to see how we do it so that you can be doing your own at the same time or whenever you want. So you get to see it in real time. You'll get to see it in real time. So y'all make sure that y'all save the date for Thursday, 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. We are going to be live. Okay. I took some new pics with Photo Room. I'm so excited. I love Photo Room. I love Photo Room. It's so, I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. And we also have a class with Miss Kathy from Ravish Soaps. And she showed you guys how to really dig into Photo Room and get the most out of it. So that's really good. I'm so glad that you are using it. And if you find it, I don't know if you find it easy, but I'm so glad that you are using it because it does make your photos stand out. It does. I made 2 more yesterday. I will wick test in 2 days. Oh, okay. Come on, Miss Lois. Come on. 0 for 2. All right, Michelle. We gotta pick it up, girl. We gotta pick it up. We gotta pick it up, girl. We gotta pick it up. We gotta pick it up, girl. We gotta pick it up. All right, got you. I'll DM you later. Got you. Yes, I am on Black Sunflower AI. Yes, I hate reading instructions. The camera has too many buttons. I know. I know. Good morning, Miss Kim. Good morning, good morning, good morning. I will show you a notebook, but I can't because it's over there. But I do. Let me see if this is the front or the back cover. Nope, this is the back cover. Where's the front? I don't have it near me. I am practicing on how to make. I can't do this. I'm gonna ruin it. Yeah, I'm gonna ruin it. So I'm not gonna even show it. How to make composition notebooks. And it's something that I don't know if I'm gonna add it. It may be something that I'm just playing with, me and my creativity. I just need to be creative. Um, so it may be just something that I'm doing just in the meantime, but they do match my bookmarks, and I'm not gonna get up and show it to you. I'll show y'all my stories. So I wanted to see if I could cover the notebooks, and I found that is actually a thing. People are actually out here in the world covering notebooks. And I say, yes, please. I'm gonna do it too. So yeah, I'm starting to cover up some notebooks. I'm still figuring out my process because the way I did it the first time, I have like hard edges, like they're really sharp, and it's gonna cut somebody's hand. If not, it's gonna, you know what I'm saying? It might not cut and bleed, but it will irritate, and I don't want that to happen. So I'm figuring that out. But once I get that all together, I am going to show the world what I have. And I have to get my what else? What else? What else? What else? Oh, and my composition notebook bookmarks because those are super cute. So those are going up. Let me see. Let me see. Good morning, Miss Christina. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. How are you doing this amazing morning? The composition notebook is looking good. Thank you, cousin. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Good morning to ya. Good morning, good morning, good morning. How are you doing? Yes, that notebook is amazing. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. I want it to be laminated, so I laminated it, but the lamination makes it a little stiffer, and so it doesn't hug the curves of the notebook, which gives you the sharp edges. Plus, I thought of a way that I can do it since I sew. I said, you know what? A lot of people are, and I'm just sharing something with you. A lot of people are cutting it diagonal, and I'm like, cutting it diagonal will give you like a little space in between on a curve. And I said, maybe I can do like you do with like a sleeve, right? Because when you want when you're sewing and you want it to fit a curve, you notch it. And so I was like, maybe I can notch it. And so it'll just fit the curve nicely. So I'm going to attempt that today and see if that works for me. But yes, yes, and yes. Good morning, Chris Marie. How are you doing this amazing morning? Good morning, good morning, good morning. Good morning, Jamie. Good morning, good morning, good morning. How are you doing this amazing morning? All right, everybody. So I hope you guys are doing great this morning. I hope you are ready. Again, the word for this whole week is going to be restructure. So I want to ask you guys a question, right? So most of us don't have a physical store, and even if we did have a physical store, we still would have to think of what's our strategy. But what is your online presence like? Let me know in the chat. What is your online presence like? Good morning, Martini. Good morning, good morning, good morning. What is your online presence like? Are you there? Are you barely there? Are you there so you don't get fired? Like, what does that look like? The website, your social media presence. What's going on with that? Let me know in the chat. Let me know. We're going to ask questions today. I want to know what's going on with you. Where can we help you again? Because that's where it helps me to get people in and, or topics to speak about so that we can start moving you forward. We want you to have a great holiday season. We want you to have great sales every day. And even not, if not every day, at least every week, have great sales, right? Have great sales at least every week. Barely there, okay? Almost non-existent. Come on, y'all. Come on. Come on. Let me know. What is your online presence like? Let me know in the chat. Let me know in the chat. How are you doing online? Are you showing up? What does your don't tell me yet what your website looks like. But I just want to get a feeling as to what is your online presence like. Can it be better? I know for myself, and again, being transparent, yes, my online presence can be better. Am I there? Am I visible? Yes. but could I do it? Can I be better? Can I be more intentional? Yes. Can I do better on my website? Also, yes. Like there are things that can always be improved, but what is it feeling like and looking like for you? Because once we acknowledge it, we can fix it, right? Once we acknowledge it, we can start moving towards it to make it better. We can start creating a plan that is going to help us to be to get recognized on social media, for us to get our projects out there so people can see it, to get in the hands of people that are going to help increase our visibility. But once we acknowledge that, we can start moving and creating that plan, right? Let me know if y'all with me. Let me know. Almost non-existent, trying to be there. Got you. Let's see. I'm showing up, but I need more consistency. Yes, it could be better. Okay. I'm just there so I don't get fired. Come on, Martini. Come on, Martini. Jamie says, my online presence need a whipping. A whooping. I know I need to be more intentional all the way around. I am currently fixing my site up. I'm currently fixing my site up now. So I did start. Okay. Starting is great. Starting is great. I'm almost done with my home and move. Goal is to be finished this week. I set up a room specifically for going live. I cringe when I look at the room. Oh no, Tia, we gotta change the way you looking at the room. I cringe when I look at the room when I think of what it's for. Why? Why, Tia? Yolanda says, I need help with my website and my social media presence. I don't think my brand is giving what I'm trying to show. It is, but you're not doing it enough. So it ain't it, you don't have enough data to make the point. You know what I'm saying? Because it's your stuff is beautiful. I see where you're going with it, but you're not posting enough. You're not posting nearly enough. I need to see you using the product. Need to see you making the product. I need to see you talking about the product. It's not enough to just show up with the product and then ghost people, because you show up and then you ghost. I'm like, oh, that's so beautiful. And then you ghost. You got to bring it back. You got to bring it back. Bring it back now. Sheila said, my son is working on my website and social media for me. He is an IT master. Come on, IT master. All right, so Ms. Kim says, I'm doing so much better than last year, but I still have so much more to go. Okay, so how many of you guys agree that you need consistency? One's in the chat if you think you need more consistency. Two, if you feel like you are consistent enough. I post 1 to 2 times a day. I'm engaging with my people. Everything's on my website. My pictures, my photos are beautiful. My descriptions are clear. Let me know in the chat. Ones or twos. Ones or twos. My website is better. Your website looks amazing, Miss Lois. Your website looks so good. 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 Yes. All right. So we got a lot of ones. Okay. So what will make you more consistent with your website? And you know, one thing that I realized, good morning, Miss Chris Marie. One thing that I realized is that when you have other income, it's easier for you to slack on your business. And I posted up a comment. I posted up my reel today, and it says that most people won't dedicate 3 years, or did it say 3 months? 3 years to their business, but they'll dedicate 40 years of their life to, somebody else's business. You got to work just as hard as you're going to work on somebody else's job on your own business. You got to work twice as hard. Why? Because you want this thing to be a success. The people at your job, they have a structure. The people at your job, they've been doing it for quite some times, and they have a way that they have structure. And you have to do the same with your business. You have to give yourself structure. We think because we're entrepreneurs, that means that we don't have to have a schedule. That means that we don't have a structure. That means that we can just do things when we feel like doing things. It means that we could just, fly you off the handle. And as entrepreneurs, that's the furthest from the truth. We have to get structured. We have to get consistent the same way. And these are things that you can take from the job that you're doing, right? You can take what they're doing and apply it to what you have to do. They know what everybody has to do. They know the time that they want it done. They know who they're connecting with. They know they have all of that stuff in place for you guys, right? And you have to think of your business in the same way. You can't continue to think of your business like, oh, it's just a small little thing, or maybe it'll work, maybe it won't. And I have these big dreams that I want to work for myself, but you don't have any structure, you don't have any discipline. It's not going to work. You have no consistency. You have to show up the same way you work. You have to show up at your job early, or you're going to get docked. Think about yourself doing that in your business the same way. If you don't show up for your business like that, then guess what? Everything is going to just keep on happening any old kind of way, and you're going to get discouraged because there is no order. Of course you're going to be discouraged. There's no order there. How many of you guys agree you need to have order in your business? You need to have order. I know Melissa is one person that I know. She's very disciplined. She has a schedule and do things like that. But we need to make sure that, yes, this is our own business. Yes, it's about the idea of freedom. But in this freedom, we have to have some structure. We have to have some structure. Let me know if you guys in agreement. Let me know in the chat. Good morning, Kay. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Happy terrific Tuesday, ladies. And it's also T-shirt Tuesday, ain't it? All right, let's get it. Let's go. Let's get it. Let's go. One on IG. Need to be intentional on TikTok and Facebook. Got you. Let's go. Don't know why going live is so intimidating for me. I'm killing it locally, but I don't even advertise that. Tape yourself when you're killing it locally to you and use it. Use that. Set your tripod up, set your camera up, and use what you're doing locally. Use that as content. It'll make you feel more comfortable, because if you're feeling uncomfortable because you don't know how people are going to receive you, put the video up and see what people are saying. And engage. Maybe put something in your captions. Engage with the people. Ask them what they're thinking about it. Ask them how they're feeling about it. And then you can feel more comfortable because you know that people are engaging with you. I don't know if you're killing it locally because you're in person and doing it live, and it's just you and your camera, and you may feel like maybe I'm gonna stumble on my words, maybe I'm not gonna say the right thing, or I don't know what to say because I don't have anybody talking back to me. That may be a thing. So if that is the thing, then use what you got going on locally and let the people know what you got popping, right? Nobody's gonna know how dope you are if you don't show them, right? You got to show people how dope you are. They got to see what you have, right? I think that's what it is. All right. Yep. That's where I am frustrated because I want to work on my biz only. Now, if you know that's where you want to work, but yet you're lacking consistency and you're lacking the discipline, do you really just want to work on your biz, or is it just an idea that you have in your head? Right? Is it just an idea that you have in your head? You have to get the mindset. I gotta treat my business like I'm treating this job. I show up on time. I do what they want. I meet the deadlines. I go above and beyond. I am a team player. I am all of the things at my job. I'm working I bust my behind so I can make sure I get my bonuses, my raises, my whatever. I do all of those things at my job. But when it comes to your business, you slacking. You got to treat it the same way. You have to treat it the same way, because if you want those same results and even better, you got to put in the effort. Right? And nothing is going to happen for your business unless you make it happen. And a lot of the times we are solopreneurs, which means we're wearing all the hats and doing all the things, which can get overwhelming, which is overwhelming, right? But you're also in a community of people there's a bunch of professionals in this community, a bunch of people in this community that knows how to do certain things that you could barter, or you can, bounce ideas off of, or you guys can, do things, collaborate and do things together so that it can grow. There's a bunch of connections that you could be making, but you're thinking that you got to do all of these things by yourself, and it does not necessarily have to be that way. It does not necessarily have to be that way. Good morning, Big Meech. Good morning, good morning, good morning. How did Jordan like school? Yes, everybody, please hit the like. Please hit the like. Please hit the like. So Chris Marie says juggling game between packaging orders, making products, and creating the content to post. But this year I told myself I'm going to go back to handling my business like a project at work, period. Period. You're going to have to let that be your mindset until you have everything running smoothly. Let that be your mindset, right? Again, if we're wearing all these hats, you got to realize you got to put stuff on a schedule, because you're going to spend too much time in a certain area, and then certain things are going to be overlooked. That's what, we think we're going to remember everything. We think we're going to finish everything on time, and sometimes things may take longer than we want it to. You may be making product way longer than you thought. You may have thought, okay, this is what I'm going to do for my day. I'm going to make products, package orders. I'm going to do this content. I'm going to go to this event. I'm going to do all of these things. And you may think that you have enough time. In reality, it doesn't work out that way. So how can we put what tasks need to be done on the schedule so that we can stay disciplined and get the job and still get the job done? I was looking yesterday, because after all of this getting ready for my live sale and everything, I was so tired. I was exhausted. And Sean was like, take the day to relax. And I'm like, no, I still got a lot of stuff to do. I want to get these orders out. I want to make sure that I do this. I want to make sure I do that. And what ended up happening was I ended up taking the day to myself. Like, I didn't do all of the things that I wanted to do. I did some things, but I didn't get to do everything that I set out to do. But I looked at my to-do list today, and I was like, these are all of the things that I've overlooked over time, and so now it's time for me to focus on them, put them on my list so that they can get done. I'm the type of person, sometimes if I don't have a list, I'm not going to get certain things done, especially if it's not a priority of something that has to be done right here, right now. I may overlook it until it's time to, until that thing gets urgent and it has to get done. But if we start to put ourselves on a schedule, we'll be able to see, okay, I'm going to give myself 2 hours to get this thing done. After the 2 hours, then I'm going to give myself, in the mornings, I'll check my emails, and I won't check them again until either the evening or until the next day. I won't continuously check them throughout the day, which then helps me go on to social media, which then have me scrolling and scrolling and scrolling to find nothing, because there's absolutely nothing that helps you there. And, it just continues to snowball into a cycle of things that don't get done or get moved off your list and onto the next day's list every single day, right? And I don't know if anybody's like me, because that's how I do things sometimes. And I know it's not beneficial for me to do things like that. It's totally not beneficial, because again, I'm moving things from list to list to list, and nothing gets done until it gets urgent. And I can not overwhelm myself with my schedule if I discipline myself. If I discipline. And discipline is very easy to do, but we make it difficult. We make it difficult. Let me know if y'all with me in the chat. Let me know if y'all with me in the chat. I definitely agree with everything you said. Come on, come on, come on. We need to operate like a business. Operate like a business. And I want everybody from this day on to start thinking of yourself as a business, not as a hobby, not as this is something to do. You know what I'm saying? Because again, we got these big dreams to make this business be the thing that we can live off of or leave legacy or whatever. We have these big dreams, but we're not moving. We don't have big action. We need to have big action. And part of that big action is consistency. Part of that big action is discipline. Part of that big action is coming up with a plan to make sure that you're moving in a direction that you want to move in. We kind of leave it there and see, oh, well, whatever happens, happens. And I know you may not be saying that out your mouth or thinking it in your mind, but that's the actions that we're taking in our business. Like, I'm going to just do it when I can. I'm going to just do it when I feel like it. I'm going to just do it when it feels good. And we're not going to get the action that way. We're not going to get that action that way. So Miss Lloyd says, I get paralyzed when it comes to photos. So I am working on getting better. I made my schedule and goals on Sunday for the first time in a while. Awesome, awesome, awesome. And keep us posted on how it's going for you. Agreed. Order is definitely lacking. Yes. Planning, structure, focus, discipline. Yes. 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 I have a safety net. That's the problem. I know that's the problem. A lot of you guys are not full-time entrepreneurs. So if your launch goes well, or if your launch doesn't go well, you're like, well, I still have this. You know what I'm saying? Some people don't have that. It's like, I gotta make it work, or I gotta make it work. There are no other options. There is nothing else for me to fall back on. And so when you're looking at your business, that's how you need to look at it. Even though, let's say the job is extra. Let's say that's the bonus, right? But I gotta make this thing work. Get it in your mindset, right? That I gotta make this work. There are no other options. I gotta make it work, or I gotta make it work, period. And so once you start operating from that, you're going to work harder. You're going to be more intentional. You're going to be more consistent. You're going to make sure that you're showing up. You're going to make sure that your product is in people's hands that is going to help promote your business, or you're going to start getting involved with in-person events or virtual events or things like that. You're going to start moving more intentional in your business. If you have the mindset, I'm a full-time entrepreneur. This is the way that I'm making my bread and butter, right? This is how I'm going to survive. I have to make it work. You can't think of, okay, well, I'm going to lacklusterly do what I got to do here in my business. And, I'm going to post when I feel like it. I'm going to talk about it when I feel like it. And, oh, I'm launching the product, but I'm not going to tell you, I'm not going to post anything about it. I'm going to post the day before that the product launch, and I'm expecting the most, but I'm doing the least. But I don't have to worry about if I make $1 or $2 or $5 from this here business, because I got my job that I'm working my however many hours, and I know that check is coming in, and I know my bills are paid. You can't operate in that capacity, especially if you're trying to grow this business. You got to think, and I'm not telling nobody quit no jobs, because that's not what I'm saying. I'm saying you got to think of your business like, this is all I got, right? Yes, I got this job over here and it's paying. So that's extra, right? We're not going to rely on that. We're not going to talk about that, because we're already doing that. You don't need encouragement to go. You're going to go to that job when you feel like it. You're going to go to that job when you don't feel like it. You're going to go to that job if you hate your boss. You're going to go to that job if you hate your coworkers. You're going to go do your job if you hate the environment. You still going to get there, right? But you don't do the same with your own business. Why? You should be operating at that same capacity with your own business, right? And so if you have the mind, if you just put it in your mind when you're working, I got to make this thing work, because I got to be able to maintain and live my lifestyle and pay for everything, and just think this business got to do it, then you're going to operate differently, right? Again, you don't have to worry about, oh, I got to get my mind right for my job, because if your mind ain't right, you still showing up, right? Let me know if I'm right or wrong. If your mind is not right, you still are going to show up for work. You may take a day off, but you ain't going to take a month off. You know what I'm saying? You ain't going to take a year off. And some of y'all just leave y'all businesses and just come back whenever y'all feel like it, whenever y'all get inspiration again. Right? But if you want to take your business seriously, you got to treat it the same way you treating that job. The same way you treating that job, you got to treat your business in the same capacity. Let me see. Yes, yes, and yes, T-shirt Tuesday. Yes, it is T-shirt Tuesday. I have an interview to conduct. We'll listen to the replay. Have a great one, ladies. Sounds like a plan, Tracy. Have a great day. Have a great day, Tracy. Let me see. Let me see. My big sis gave me that. Let's see. Let's see. Let's see. If we can show up to our 9 to 5, we can show up for us. Yes. You get out of it what you put into it, is what I'm telling myself every day. Every day. You want to see your social media following pick up? Guess what? Show up and it'll pick up. Guess what? Show up and it'll pick up. We were on my live sale for 4 hours. I had Kay Michi in there with me, making sure everything moved smoothly. 4 hours. And every time, and I told y'all this yesterday, every time that I thought it was going to die down, it just kept picking up, picking up, picking up, picking up. It didn't die down. I got cut off, right? People don't, if you don't engage with the people, they're going to assume that you don't want to mess with them. You ain't talking to them, so why should I engage? Oh, well, she been on live for 4 hours. Maybe she got something to say. I got to see why she's still on live for 4 hours. You got to show up. You got to show up. And I remember Senya of Girlpreneur, she said, the reason why, she was like, in your business, once you get established, you could post maybe 1 or 2 times a day. And she was like, well, she was trying to get recognized on Twitter, and to make sure that, just to to make sure that her posts were getting out there and circulating. She said she was posting 3 to 5 times a day on TikTok. Did I say Twitter? Because I meant to say TikTok. 3 to 5 times on TikTok until she was getting that recognition, until it was getting picked up in the algorithm to see that she was being consistent with her content and that she was offering value. How can you do this for your own business? You can't post once a day and assume that everybody is going to come to you. Remember, I said just because you post one time a day, maybe somebody wasn't on at that particular time. Maybe your message got mixed up with a bunch of other people they were following at that day, and so it didn't land in front of them. So you're assuming that, okay, I'm posting and maybe people are coming to my profile and they checking to see what I'm doing. Nobody's doing that. Unless they're looking for something that you have, they're not coming to your page every day to say, let me see what you posted for the day. Right? But if you want that to happen, you got to put them in the habit of looking for something that you have. So let's say if that means, like, I know cousin, she has her spiritual thing. So maybe she's going to say a prayer of the day. Maybe she's going to say some inspirational words for the day. And then people are going to look for that. You guys know that I'm coming on at 9 a.m. every day. So most of the times you guys are here at 9 a.m. because you know that Coffee with Nikki is about to take place. So if you want your customers to get into the habit of coming to check out what you got, then you have to be consistent about it. You got to show up the same time every day, and they'll know, okay, so I'm going to get that morning post, or I'm going to get that good night post about like 9 o'clock before I do this. Or, you know what I'm saying? But you got to give people that consistency in order to have that flow. So if you know you're trying to grow, bars. If you know that you're trying to grow, then that means you got to post more, right? You may want to only post 1 or 2 times. Overall, that may be the goal. I want to just post 1 to 2 times a day, maybe one, whatever. But in order to get there, build up the momentum, build up the following that says, okay, I got to check and see what's going on. 9 o'clock, I got to check. Or just, oh, she posted again. Let me see what she said. Oh, she posted again. Let me see what she said. And not no BS. You know what I'm saying? Everything that you got to post, everything that you post should be of value. Should be of value. And like I said, you may not have to do it all the time, but you want to make sure that you do it just to get people in the habit of coming to your site, coming to your page to see what you're talking about, right? Let me see. He said it was okay. Happy he has class and lunch with his best friend. Oh, that's nice. He went to the wrong class twice. Look, there's staff all over the place helping students get around. That's nice. My son used to have to run from one side of the building all the way to the other side. Crazy. It's exhausting running a business by yourself, especially when working a corporate job and being a mom and wife and trying to take care of yourself. Scheduling, time management is key for sure. Kay said, I'm glad you rested. Doing a live sale is a lot of work, period. You did 4 hours. You needed to rest. Now you can tackle the orders and call Kay for our meeting. Yes. Let me tell you. Super exhausted because I was working to refill my bins. I was behind the scenes before the live sale, I was working till like 3-4 in the morning, making sure that I had enough to fill my bins, plus my orders, plus everything that I'm doing here, plus everything that I'm doing with BCMC, plus on top of all of the other things, I still had to make things happen, right? Because nobody want to hear my sad story about, I couldn't fill, I'm done. You know what I'm saying? I couldn't fill up my baskets, or I couldn't be here, or I couldn't take this meeting, or I couldn't be live. You know what I'm saying? Nobody cares about your excuses. Nobody, right? So you got to make things happen. You got to make things happen. I know, I'm cray. For sure. Yes, I have been focusing on 3 tasks a day or one big task daily. Awesome. Miss Lloyd says I am full-time, so you don't have no room to play. And you got to think, I don't have a second income. You know what I'm saying? I don't have a second income. I don't have a spouse. I don't have, and not like I don't have a spouse, because I don't want you to get that in your head, but not counting that your spouse is going to take care of the bills so that you could slap. And I'm not saying this for you. I'm saying it also for everybody in here, right? You got to think this is it. This is all. This business is on an island and I gotta save it. You know what I'm saying? Like that's what you gotta, that's what your mind has to be, because that's how hungry you gotta operate in your business. Then once you get everything moving like a well-oiled machine, you could be like, I could let up a little bit because I've got people that are going to help me. I know how this is going to operate. I know how my schedule is going to flow. I could give myself a little wiggle room. But you can't do that until you establish your structure, right? You can't do that until you establish the structure. That's how I think. Honestly, the job is the job. My business is the goal. Okay. Got you. Got you. Got you. Got you. Engagement is key. Yes, I can't wait until you go live on TikTok. It's gonna be crazy. Let me tell you. Let me tell you. I don't know how I'm gonna have enough to fill up them TikTok orders, but I'm gonna make it. I'm gonna make it happen. I'm gonna make it happen. I'll tell you that. I'll tell you that. Consistency is key. Post and run it through the stories. Also create reels. You can schedule your posts as well. I tell you guys all the time, set up your tripod and start just doing stuff. And start doing stuff. I said today what I'm going to do so I could be engaging is I'm going to start packing up the orders from the live sale, and I'm going to do that live. I'm going to do it live. And I'm going to answer questions, and I'm going to talk, and I'm going to engage, and I'm going to see what people are talking about, if they missed it or whatever. And I'm going to see what I'm going to engage. I'm going to engage. People, you might think, oh, people don't care about me packing orders. Oh, people don't care about me making product. Oh, people don't care. People care about the weirdest things. Like there's this girl that I watch on TikTok, and she does ASMR. And like I said, I think she's from Russia or somewhere. And she has her little mic and she whispers in it, and she has these little fake fruits, and she be making all these little sounds and all this other stuff with her mic, and everybody loves it. Everybody loves it. Who would have thought somebody would want to sit there watching somebody eat fake fruit and make all of these sounds and apply lip gloss? Who would think people want to do that? Who would think people want to watch other people eat food on these internet streets? Who would think that? So stop thinking people don't want to see what you got going on because what you think is boring. How boring is it to watch somebody eat? Okay, so think about that. This is a way for you to build trust with your people, because your people see the quality of the ingredients that you're using, your process that you're using. They get to see how it's being made. They get to understand the value and how much time is being put into a product or thing so that they can pay the price, right? Stop thinking about what you have is not engaging, or what you got going on is not really something people want to see. Like I said, if people want to watch other people eat, I'm pretty sure they'll be fine with you making your products, especially if these people are putting it on their body, if they're using it in their home. They want to know that these things are quality. They don't get to see this. This is part of your unique value, right? This is part of that, because you are making this product. You don't get to see Bath and Body Works create your products. You don't get to see certain things like that. And so since I have the opportunity to show you how I do my stuff. I could build a relationship with you, because now you get to see how things are going. You get to see the work that gets put into it. So when I say this candle is $150 and you say, oh no, I could get that for $5 at Walmart, you don't see Walmart creating that candle, but you're going to watch me create this vessel. You're going to watch me create my proprietary wax blend. You're going to watch me make this whole candle and see how long this whole process takes. So that when I do say my candle is $150, you're like, I can see why. Because I watched you create that thing. I see the love and the effort and and all the stuff that you poured into this product. I can see why your price point is here. Right? But if you just throw something up and be like, this is my price point, this is what I'm doing, and this is it, and you have nothing, nothing to support it, people are going to put less value on what you got going on. And you may say, after all the work I put into this, but guess what? They didn't see the work. So after all that work you put into it, they don't even know what you're doing. All they see is a vessel and a candle. They don't know what you did. Right? So stop thinking that your stuff is not important for people to watch, or thinking that your stuff is boring. People want to see that kind of stuff. Why? It makes people happy. It makes people happy. It brings value to your product. Okay. Let me see what else you guys are saying in here. This community helped me push past my fears and doing things I didn't think I could do. Come on. Come on, Big Meech. Don't be afraid to talk. People in this community, don't be afraid to talk to people in this community if you are struggling. I'm telling you, it helps to talk to someone. And don't think that people think, I assume this is where somebody is. You know what I'm saying? That's the problem. That's why we don't speak to people, because people assume that somebody is in a different place than they actually are. If you know that you want help, or you know that you resonating with somebody, just like we were having conversations in here, if you know that you're in a similar area and this person can help you, or you feel more comfortable talking to that person about something, then speak to them. It's not about a judgment. It's just about, first of all, entrepreneurship is lonely. Second of all, you have somebody who can give you their perspective or help you, on something that they've been through, that's going to be able to help you. So you're not sitting here alone figuring out how you're going to pull yourself up out of this dark hole by yourself. I'm frozen again. All right, let me I could keep talking since we have 10 minutes, but it looks like my time. I'm gonna still repost. Repost. I'm going to restart instead of saying frozen for 10 minutes. Put ones in the chat if y'all can hear me. Put ones in the chat if y'all can hear me. Ones in the chat. I can't move the chat. Okay. I'm gonna restart. So the great thing about me going off is that I can always, when I come back, I don't cut off the live, and also that I can still go back and read the comments. So that's the great thing about it. That's the great thing about this. So I hope you guys can see me. I can see me, so I hope we're good. Let me see. Okay, so the last comment was Big Meeches. Yes, do it live. Great content. I love watching people pack orders. That's going to be my thing for the day. You can now edit your post on TikTok. You couldn't do that before. I believe you can schedule your content there as well, FYI. And you can. You can. I know you could definitely do it from the computer. I'm not sure if you can schedule your content from the phone, but I know for sure you can do it on the computer. I know for sure. All right, so we got the ones popping. Good morning, Jamie. Good morning. How are you doing this amazing morning? We got the ones popping. That's true. I saw someone getting thousands of followers watching him write their name on popsicle sticks. Let me tell you something. There's this another guy that I'm watching. His name is X-Tap, I think his name is X-Tap. He does this Spider-Man NPC kind of thing, and he's a young kid that reminds me of my son. And so I'm always watching him, and I always, I don't know if it's the protective mother in me because he's outside in the street, and sometimes you watch him and his eyes are looking to see his surroundings. And he's in Liberty City. I think he's in Liberty City, and it's a little tough. So I'm watching him, and he's like Miles Morales. If any of you guys are watching him too, and I just be watching him for hours. He was on from yesterday morning to yesterday evening about 9 o'clock. Like he was still on, and he's his goal is to be one of the number one NPCs, whatever. And so he was on, but every time I checked, he always had over 200 people in the room, right? And I'm pretty sure people were funneling out, but being that he was on, it kind of pushed him up. And so even at 9 o'clock at night, and I seen him after I got off the here, he was still going strong. So you gotta show up. You gotta show up. You gotta show up. Yes, you're good. Okay, thank you. So y'all use TikTok or Instagram. Most I say use both, but TikTok seems to have a little bit more engagement, and they're a little more they get you in front of your customers or your the people of interest a lot faster than Instagram. So you got to choose which one you like, you're comfortable with using. Get comfortable on that, and then parlay to the next one. Let me say I'm doing good. I'm doing good. Made it to another day blessed. That's right. That's right. Miles Morales is one of my favorite Spider-Mans. Let me tell y'all, Miles Morales I love him too. I love him too. And I never even thought that I would like that. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, they're being repetitive. They're saying the same thing. They're doing little silly things like little robots. I was like, I don't know, but it's really cool. I'm really hooked on watching those things. Really hooked on watching those things. I use IG and Facebook more. However, I am posting more on TikTok. Yes, the people on TikTok, especially if you're selling, they are doing great things, great numbers over there. Instagram, I'm working through Instagram, right? So I'm bringing an element from TikTok over to Instagram to see how that works for me, because I do have more engagement on Instagram. Plus, I didn't have to wait till I had 1,000 followers to go live, because I don't. When I set up my TikTok, for Bubble Babes, but I ended up using it for Bubble Babes University because I started putting up a lot of videos of me making certain things or giving certain kind of information, doing photo scene ideas. And so I switched it over to Bubble Babes University. And so I got the followers over there to go live, but that's not where the products are. The products is on the other page, and I started building up the other page. So now I got to build that up so I could go live or maybe do the TikTok shop live kind of thing. But that's what I got popping up. We named our dog after him. Oh, little Spidey Miles. Yes, I love both of them. I think I don't know if Miles is in Florida too, but he comes sometimes on his stream. So it's really cute. It's really cute. So what I want to leave you guys with today is that you have to be consistent. You have to be intentional and treat your business like you're treating your job. The way you show up, like I said, you're going to show up to your job when you feel like it, and when you don't, you're going to show up when you're in the mood, and when you don't, you show up when you like your boss and when you hate your boss. You show up when you do the same with your coworkers. If you hate your coworkers, guess what? You still going into work. You may not talk to them, and you may not, mess with them, have lunch with them or whatever, but you still going to go to work because you still need to get that paycheck. You got to think about the same thing, same way in your business. Think about your business the same way, right? I may not be loving it today, but it's okay. I may not be loving what I got to do today. It's okay. The job still has to get done. The project still needs to be turned in. Right? You know what I'm saying? Project still needs to get turned in. Things still need to happen. So I'm going to show up. I'm going to show up because this is what I want. I want this to be my main stream of income. And in order for this to happen, I got to build this up. And in order for me to build this up, I got to be intentional. I got to be consistent. I got to be disciplined. And those are my 3 keys to success, right? You got to be intentional, you got to be disciplined, and you got to be consistent. You have to, if you want this thing to grow and you want this thing to thrive, right? So with that being said, everybody, make sure that you follow me on all social media. All social media, I am Bubble Babes, BABEZ University everywhere. You can also join me on our community, which is bubbleBabesUniversity.com. Click community, set you up an account. It's free, it's free, it's free. It's free to join. Nikki, you made me want to quit this job right now. Oh, don't you quit that job right now. Don't you quit that job right now, right? Because when you got to make something happen, guess what? By hook or by crook, you're going to make that thing happen. You're going to show up. You're going to be on live all the time. You're going to be doing the things you got to do. So, I mean, just have that in your mindset. Just have it in your mindset, though. You know what I'm saying? Like, I gotta make this happen. It's gotta work. It's gotta work, or it's gotta work, because I don't have any other choices. This is the thing. If I'm gonna leave legacy, if I'm gonna create this wealth, if I'm gonna create this, if I'm gonna create something that the world needs to know about, guess what? I gotta show up. I gotta show up. I gotta show and prove. Period. So again, this week we're gonna be talking about restructuring. We're also gonna talk about strengthening your online presence. We've been talking about that a little bit today, but we were talking about more so about the business itself. But we're going to talk about showing up on your online presence, like with your pictures, because sometimes you're not going to be able to tell people everything. So your stories are going to have to speak for you. Your descriptions are going to have to speak for you. Your blogs are going to have to speak for you. Like, this type of stuff is going to have to, be the breadcrumbs that you're setting so that people can understand what's going on in this business. So, yeah, we're going to talk more about that tomorrow. So I will see you guys tomorrow for Coffee with Nikki, 9 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. If you are watching the replay, make sure you put in the comments down below, #replay gang. Make sure you follow us again. Follow us on all social media. Make sure you turn on your notifications bell so that you can be notified when we are going live. We go live every morning, 9 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. And we're also going live this Thursday at 7 p.m. for part 2 on how to curate your own home fragrance and candle events online. And we're going to even go even further than that. It doesn't necessarily have to be home fragrance and candles. We're going to go to whatever it is that you do in your business, creating those kits and everything. We're going to do all of that. So with that being said, everybody have an amazing, amazing day. And I'll talk to y'all later. Bye.